Welcome back to another video. The week has finally come. We are setting sail for the Bahamas. I'm currently anchored out here at Rodriguez Key. Been here a couple days, riding out some 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. But the time has come to pull up the anchor and then set sail, heading about 10 miles northeast from here. There is the Dry Rocks Preservation Area, a couple mooring balls, and we're gonna try to grab one of those, tie off there for a night and a half, and then all day tomorrow, Friday, we'll hang out there. There's supposedly a cool statue, the Christ of the Deep, that we can maybe check that out if it's not too cold in the water. And then from there, the plan is Friday night, wake up around midnight and unhook from the mooring ball and set sail from there. And that'll, like I said, that gets us 10 miles closer. Plus it's a little easier at night, not trying to navigate through all the coral reefs here. We'll just kind of already be on the edge, hop out into the I think they call it the Gulf Stream, over the Straits of Florida there, and embark on our 10 to 14 hours to Bimini. So looking forward to that. Well, good morning, good night. I don't know, it's 10:30 Friday night, and I woke up about 2 hours before my alarm was set at midnight, and the winds are blowing out. I'm feeling good and all rested up, so might as well head out early. We'll get there a little sooner. So I have got the boat packed up. You can tell everything's stowed away, ready to go. Next step is going to be getting off this mooring ball here, and it's pretty tight. Maybe another boat's length behind me is where the reef starts, and it gets pretty shallow pretty quick, but luckily the winds are only blowing 10 miles an hour. So get this motor started, autopilot set. We'll drift off the mooring wall, and I will touch base with you once we're under sail. So 2.5 hours in, we have 46 nautical miles still to go till Bimini. Cruising, I've been doing about 6 knots with the engine. But the first update is I'm crossing paths with a cruise ship. And I'm crossing, I think they call it the Florida Straits here. It's a very busy shipping channel. Everyone trying to enter the Gulf. And you can see there's the light of the cruise ship. She is Celebrity Eclipse. And big thanks to having this AIS, I can see it here on the map and tell she's moving at 18.5 knots. I've gone down to 5, so that way she'll cross in front of me. And then I put on the intercept mode too, and it says that there's no intercept because I'm going too slow. So that's a good thing. Still, you don't want to get too close to these guys because they're obviously not going to move out of the way. That would run me over. Plus, I've heard they throw a pretty big wake behind them because, you know, a city moving to the ocean is going to cause some disturbance. So we'll see. I think we should be going behind her half a mile to a mile. Hopefully that's far enough. And other than that, things are going good. Good heading. I'm just watching all my downloaded Hulu shows. And yeah, I will touch base with you when we're closer to the ship. officially morning. It's 5:45, going 5 knots here. We've been going 6.5, but I just I scanned I scanned the horizon and the AIS and took a 15-minute nap because I was getting a little tired. So whoa, don't hate me for it. I know it's a busy shipping lane, but there wasn't a soul out, so 15 minutes I only went, what, a mile and a half. I am all rejuvenated now, if you can see me. We are still heading, we are 26 nautical miles from the channel entrance at Bimini, making good time, so over halfway now. And yeah, it's going great. I'm having a good time. I just finished Aliens 2, and I got Aliens 3 downloaded, so I gotta watch that now. And the sun's coming up, I'll get some coffee in me. I'm having a great time. I had a close encounter with the cruise ship, was cool, and then there was like a gas tanker got within a mile of that as well, and that was pretty cool because these guys are huge, you know, out here. It's something you never see in Missouri where I'm from, these big old tankers. So I'm having a good time. I'm already looking forward to getting to Bimini though, getting tied up in the slip, do some laundry, take a nap. But yeah, once the sun gets up, I'll probably get my coffee in me and get back at it. I'll see you then. It is 8:50 here. We are 9.7 miles from the channel entrance at Bimini, and I just spotted land for the first time. So I'm pretty excited here. It's somewhere there on the horizon if you can see it. But things are going well. We've been passing a lot of big ships here lately, like they get the cargo ships and then like natural gas and things like that. So it's been kind of fun to keep an eye on them through the AIS. Because it'll show all the ships you can tell, and their speeds and what they are. And there's a lot of sailboats now that the sun's up. I can start to see everyone else who's making the trip too. So we've been having not the best weather this past month, so I think everyone's taking advantage of it to get across. But so next tasks to get ready for entering, I've got to raise my quarantine flag, and I'm not an expert, so don't take everything I say, but from what I understand, I'm raising the flag to let them know that I am not cleared yet, but I'm in the process. You know, I'm kind of in quarantine as the name suggests, so I'm gonna get it hooked up on, I've got these lines on each side of the mast you can clip a flag into. You can tell I've recently put up the American flag on this side, and I'll get the quarantine flag here. And I have a Bahamas flag as well. You're supposed to have that one once you get cleared through customs, so we'll have to get all that done this afternoon. We are 1.5 nautical miles from the channel entrance here at Bimini. I'm gonna get the sails dropped, and then we will hail Blue Water Marina on the radio, see what slip they want me in, and motor our way in and see if we can get tied off. Outside of your slip locks, you're ready for me. So gave me the trickiest spot coming in here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate the help.
Appreciate the help.
Yeah,
So we have made it here to the Bahamas. I am a pretty happy guy right now, if you can't tell. This is my first time to ever leave the United States, and tag that along with a pretty nice sail we just wrapped up. Can't complain. So I got the boat tidied up. We are going to go find the marina office, pay them for the slip for tonight. I think it's like 65 bucks for one night, which is not bad at all. And then we will see if we can find customs, and hopefully they will let me enter the country. So I will bring you along as we go explore Bimini. Well, it took a while, but we were finally legal. Got the passport stamps. They came and checked the boat out. A-okay here. I pretty much walked the whole island already. Got a couple groceries, tossed a couple things in the fridge, so we're restocked there. And unfortunately not gonna stay too long here in Bimini. It is Saturday and Monday. They're forecasted 30 to 40 knots of wind, and I don't want to stay here too many nights and spend on the slip, and then also want to try to find a decent anchorage to get out of the weather. So that'll pretty much wrap it up for here in Bimini. So we'll spend the night. We'll probably do some more exploring in the morning, check out the beach, and then we will be out of here tomorrow. Well, good morning from the Bahamas. I am getting the boat a little tidied up here. I'm gonna go take a quick shower while I've got free water there on shore, top of the fuel tanks, and then the plan is to try to get out of here right around 10 o'clock. The winds are coming in from the south, but the tide's going out. So I figured that way, right around then, they'll be counteracting each other, which should make it a little easier to get out of this slip backing out. Luckily, it is wider here than Birdine, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. But I will get tidied up, and then like I said, we'll get under sail here and head over to the anchorage. So it is 10 a.m. here. We have got the boat packed up. Went and had some breakfast at the Big Game Club. Bought a few groceries. Now we're gonna try to see if we can get backed out of this slip here. Thankfully, nobody came in beside me here, so the tide is pretty much about stopped. The wind's coming off my bow, or off my stern. I think I can back up, point it that way, and get on out, but either way, it's gonna be entertaining. So I'll get you tossed up on the little solar cam here, and we'll see what we can do.
Gotta do some practice. I appreciate it. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Well, I was really hoping that file was going to be corroded so I didn't have to show you that lousy attempt getting off the dock. Yeah, it's not good. The wind was coming off my stern. I was trying to back up, and thankfully the guy beside me offered to help, but he was pulling. It was still my fault. I didn't do it right. I think I should have backed up all the way more. The wind was blowing me into the seawall, so I need to find a place where they will give me a slip with no one around and just spend all day trying to do some maneuvers, because obviously that's still one of my weak links. But either way, we're off. No damage done. Just pivoted around the pylon. Like I said, if there was another boat there, that would have not gone well at all, but thankfully there was not. So headed around to the north side now. Winds are nice, so it should be a good sail over. So yeah, we'll get the sails up as soon as we get out of the channel here. So next challenge of the day, I spent too much time talking with my neighbor that the tide is just about slack coming in now. The wind's coming 15 knots. I am barely moving through this channel, and there's all this chop, which is kind of taking away my momentum. Still doing a 9.5, but no one else is coming out, probably for this reason. So I'm gonna see if I can get the jib unfurled maybe a quarter, and I can kind of tightly get in and out. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Well, we have made it out of the channel now, but coming around the green channel marker with these waves, I felt the keel hit twice. Thankfully, it felt soft. It was the sand, but still, it's no good. It was a string of unfortunate events right there, and all of which could have been avoided if I had chose probably a better window to get out of here. Maybe just stayed a couple more days. The thing is the wind's only like 10 to 15 right now, but tomorrow it's going to be 30 into the next day, and I don't want to stay at the dock. I didn't want to stay at the dock a couple days, but might have been the better choice looking back. So we're out now. I've opened the hatch, keeping an eye. I don't think the hit was bad enough or taking on water or anything, but just when I was having fun too. So hopefully the rest of this should be a little easier sail on our way over to the north side. Wish me luck. Made it over here to the other side on the east side of Bimini, and I'm just kind of inching our way up to the shoreline here and watching the depth as we go. The winds are expected to be coming out of the south here tonight, and then overnight about midnight shift to the west, and then come morning time about out of the north. So the thought process is over here, the majority of the winds are protected by the island. I think come morning time we'll probably get a bit of swell coming through here, but it's kind of the best option around. So like I said, we're gonna try to get as close as we can to shore within reason, still have a couple of feet below the keel, But sail was nice coming over after all the other things that went wrong. At least the sail was good, and we'll get this anchor dropped soon, and then hopefully the sun will come back, warm up enough we can dive down and see if, make sure the anchor actually sets real good for this this weather coming through. So we just dropped anchor here about a quarter mile from shore. I only let out 30 foot of chain to start out, and the reason I did that is I put the engine in reverse and gunned it back, and that's supposed to help dig the anchor in deeper when the boat's not dragging all your chain. So I'm gonna see if the water's warm enough to swim. We'll dive down, take a look at it, make sure it's actually set solid in some sand and not tangled up in anything. And then if so, we'll go ahead and let the rest of the chain out in preparation for all this wind that's about to be coming. So it's the end of the day now. As I hopefully showed you earlier, you saw me dive down and check the anchor. It's looking good. It's not dug in super deep, but this boat's also not very powerful in reverse, so that's, I guess, as deep as it's gonna go. I let all the chain out, the rest of it. So we're all set there, and then I spent an hour or so scraping some stuff off the bottom of the boat. It was long overdue, so she's looking a lot cleaner down there. Got the Starlink on and checked the forecast, and turns out today's Sunday and the wind is coming Monday, so I got my days mixed up. It's easy to do out here, but I'm just gonna ride out tonight. Should be easy. It's fairly calm here, and there's 2 boats there, 2 boats there, so we're all spread out. But well, like I said, just hang out tonight, hang out tomorrow, maybe head to the beach. But yeah, I'll see you then. Getting just a little bit windy here, if you can't tell. It has been fairly calm all day today, but we are starting to get that wind that's forecasted. The reason we moved over here should be picking up, I think, to 35 mile an hour by tonight, midnight, and this will be going, it looks like, all the way till noon tomorrow. But it's not too bad. We're holding well. Anchor hasn't drifted yet. I got the chart plotter plotting our course, and right now it's just kind of making an arch where we swing off the pivot of the anchor, so that's looking good. There's hardly anyone else over here, so we don't have to worry about anyone dragging on top of us. And I got my anchor alarm set on the phone, so should be good. Get settled in for the night. But next stop is going to be Great Harbor Cay. I believe that is what it's called. And it is about, I'm looking at my charts here, I've been looking at it, planning out, it's 76 miles from where I'm at. So it looks like it might be a couple days before the weather shifts, where it's decent enough to get over there and let all the seas calm down after all this wind. But that'll be where we're headed next. Probably anchor there a couple days, check out that island. But yeah, I'm pretty excited, glad we made it here finally. It's been several months in the works. Appreciate each and every one of you for all your support over these past couple months, getting all the projects done, sending over parts and funds. You guys are the best. It's really helped make this trip a whole lot smoother than it would have been otherwise. And looking forward to the next couple months, all the adventures we'll have exploring the islands here in the Bahamas. So I appreciate especially the Patreon subscribers for helping out. If you guys want to check out, I've got some links in the description if you want to help support the adventure. Really appreciate that. And I'll look forward to seeing you in next week's video.